Hi everybody, I'm Awarbore, and welcome back to the next question of life, Christmas edition! Got my hat, but for this question, I'm actually going to need a special guest.
That would be me! Nazi534.
It's Nazi, everyone!
Yeah, it's Christmas, the 21st of December. We exchanged Christmas things, that's why we're wearing these dumb hats. Or, well, he's wearing that dumb hat.
Your hat on.
Here, put the hat on. There, you happy? I'm gonna take it off because it's itchy as fuck. Hey, I'm here too! Hey!
What the Hey! Welcome back, everyone, to...
Wait a minute, he said cheers. I don't approve of this.
Hey, he said to say something.
No.
Fine, drink it. You wanna get drunk? Fine.
Hello, everybody,
What do
welcome
you
back
mean
to
this
the
is
question...
Kool-Aid?
Hello, everybody, welcome back to the Questions of Love Christmas editions, and I'm Awarbore.
Nazi534.
I'm Uchiha.
Welcome to Questions of Life.
What are you looking at?
This would be... This...
Number 8.
This is episode 8, yeah.
We did
Yeah,
it. We
so-
actually continued.
We're on a
series.
cycle, and we've gotten together, like I said we would once a couple of these times.
So instead of this going on each of our individual channels, it's going to go on our AUNDO channel, and it's going to be one video instead of 3. Like
Well, the game is every 2 weeks. One of what are you looking at?
you
butt
said,
breath.
the game.
It is a
This
game.
isn't a game.
It
This
is
is
a
a.
game. It's a game of questions and answers.
It's
one of those sentence and answers.
It's one of those sentence and answers.
Krabs is a. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Well, sometimes, but not recently.
So the question for today, this 2 weeks.
So the question is for
Asked
this
by a
group
Awarbore.
edition, and it's going to be asked by me, Awarbore.
By the way, we have had no prep for this.
Except for him, he's had
Okay,
an hour
had
apparently.
An hour.
Actually, he's had 2 weeks.
Same thing.
I've had 2 weeks to think about it.
So he pretty much knows what this is, but this is going to be a blind fly from us.
Yeah.
Proud of this
What are you
thing.
waiting for?
I'm waiting for you to ask.
Waiting
the
for you,
question,
Binky
goddammit.
boy.
You've
See, even she's
procrastinated.
laughing at you, and she doesn't even know what's
procrastinated
going on over
this
here.
for a good 2.5 minutes now.
So the question is this, and it's an Awarbore question for this reason.
Right.
What's the stupidest thing you have ever done?
Oh, what's the stupidest thing I've ever done?
Absolutely stupid, and I define it as there was absolute 100% chance of consequence. You knew there was 100% chance of consequence. You did it anyway, and you took the consequences, and it has affected you to this day.
So I had to know it was a consequence?
It was a stupid fucking decision, yeah. Like something where any human with a brain goes,
So-
that was a stupid fucking decision.
Most of my stupid decisions happen, when I'm younger.
Well, that's
in
an
high
easy
school.
answer for me, actually.
But since you asked the question, you go first.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
The stupidest fucking thing I have ever done.
You've
and
done some stupid shit.
I've
All
done
right, so
some-
be very careful with your answer, because I will know.
I have done some absolutely stupid stuff.
I can do the stupidest thing.
The stupidest thing I have ever done was sneak out of my house when I was
Oh.
12 years old, and I went out the window. The story goes,
Here we go. This is a
I've
good
heard this one too.
I have heard this one.
I was 12 years old, and there was, at the time, there was like a party or a get-together with friends going on. But I had been grounded because of a very known thing that I did in
Smoke
my
pot?
time. No. Another known thing.
Unprotected sex?
That didn't happen yet.
Smoke weed?
I didn't do my homework. And by I didn't
Oh,
just do one
God.
assignment.
Yeah, this is surprising.
I had not done basically any assignments for the fucking year.
Why didn't you do any of those assignments?
You really have to ask.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, if anyone ever asks why I didn't do my homework, I didn't want to do it. I didn't do it. Unless I actually wanted to do it, which these guys can attest, because there was projects and certain assignments that I did because I wanted to, but that was about, 2% of all homework I've probably ever done?
I think you're giving yourself a little too much credit.
0.5%?
There you go. Now you're in my wheelhouse.
Jeez.
Anyway, I'd been grounded because they'd realized I was pretty much failing all my classes at this point, which is funny to look back on because 12th grade, it was 8th grade, and we found out that middle school grades didn't matter anyway, but say la vie. I had been grounded. I was told, my mom had put a padlock on the plug, because in outlets there's that little hole in them. My mom had put a padlock through it because she was like, I can't control your games, but I control the electricity in the house. So she put a padlock on the fucking outlets so I couldn't plug anything in. I was to sit in my room for the fucking weekend
And think about what you've done.
basically catch up on homework, because she had called the math teacher or whatever, and had gotten an agreement that if I turned in all these certain assignments, my grade would go back up. So I was like, you gotta stay home and you're gonna do other things. So I had fucking book out, and I was doing fucking homework. I was doodling dicks on the paper
Inside the
In
textbook.
actuality, he was doodling dicks all over the paper.
But anyway, I was doing it, and I still had the party on my mind. I knew I really wanted to go, but I was like, oh, I just really want to fucking go. And I was like,
He did the prison escape.
my
by the way.
apartment is not that high off the ground. And anyone who knows, I lived on the second floor of my apartment building at the
Yeah,
time.
back when we used to record old videos, he was
in the Palace of Destruction.
In the Palace of Destruction.
That place.
I lived in a second floor apartment, and it was all in my room. And the reason it's the Palace of Destruction is because it reeked of balls and pizza, and it was the hottest place.
That wasn't the only reason why, because you left that thing as a fucking pigsty all the time.
Yeah, there was just piles of.
I have tried to clean the place up myself, and I actually could not clean it because there was no
So
organization whatsoever, and everything was everywhere, and it was like, I give up.
And yet, did I ever have trouble finding something?
Yeah, you did.
What?
Your homework?
That's because it wasn't there. There was no homework to be found.
Oh.
But if you asked me where a toy lightsaber was, I just put my hand in the pile, and boom, there it was. I remember so many times with Donnie, I was like, hey, where's this thing? And I just go, here you go.
Oh, that was fucking gold. Oh, I love it.
So I thought about it, and I went, my apartment's not that high off the ground. I bet if I just slid down the wall, there's a bush underneath me. The thing was, I don't know the exact name of it, but it's one of the pine bushes, and you know what I'm talking about.
Prickly
It's
ones?
Big, prickly, thistly ones.
Excuse me.
Where you look at it and you just hurt from looking at it. But I went, I put my shoe, and I had my shoes on, so I got all clothes on. I was like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Open my window, just because that's what they did.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember the sound.
Popped the screen off. That, by the way, had thousands of holes in it.
So here's a question. How did you plan on getting back in?
Wait, not.
He's getting there.
First, I positioned myself out the window. And I because I was 12 and stupid, I was like, I've climbed twice. This is nothing. There was a tree actually right outside the window that would right up to my window. So I was like, well, I've been up that tree. This can't be as bad. Trees have branches. Trees have support branches that you can latch onto and put your feet on. This was a flat brick wall. So I pop myself around, and I hook my ass off the window, hanging out of the window. And right about here I went, what am I doing?
And that's when your fingers gave out.
And right about then I heard my door open, I thought. Turns out it was Mariah's door, but I heard the door open, so my brain went, shit! And let go, and I went sliding down the wall.
And that was like the brick, but it's not smooth. But it's
It
kind
was
of like,
rough
Yeah,
brick.
rough.
It's rough
yeah.
break, yeah.
Yeah, like if you hit that wall, you felt it.
Yeah.
So I slid down that wall, knees, chest, face, elbows, and right into the bush. What I thought gravity would do for me at this point was it would land me like a feather hitting the floor. It took me like a wet towel
Yeah.
and threw me on the floor.
Sounds about right.
Because I went plummeting through the bush, about waist high, actually about like rib high, and all sorts of thorns and shit went into my body. And I was just like, oh my god, this party better be great.
Turns out it was canceled.
And I got there, I had a great time at the party actually, because I had to walk there, by the way, covered in cuts and bruises and shit, so everyone thought I like got in a fight with a bear.
With a bear.
I thought it
no,
was so
it was a
cool.
bush and a wall.
There was a bush and a wall, and I lost. But when I got there, I was just like, I was so cool about myself, you know, the boost of confidence kicked in. I was like, yeah, I snuck out, man. I'm so fucking cool. I'm so hard. Ow, my cuts.
Oh, the blood.
And the party finished. I get home. This is when the realization went, how do I get back up there? because the tree that I'm talking about,
The
No.
bush. Yeah.
it was close. Not enough.
He couldn't Nathan Drake it.
No.
So I thought of, you guys have seen the balconies outside, right?
Yep.
How they're just rode up and rode up.
Yep.
Well, I was thinking, oh, I got decent strength. If I can just get myself onto one person's balcony, I could hoist myself up onto our own balcony.
Oh, here we go.
So I got up on the first person's balcony. Person looked out the window and I went, hey. And I got on the next one. Except I had to like jump for this one. So I jumped and I got on. I'm dangling. So this person's getting a pretty much good view of my nuts. If you wanted to suck me off, you'd all fucking ability.
Well, at least you would have discovered if that person was a pedophile because you're only 12 at this time.
Now right
Word,
about
yeah.
here, I go, wait a minute. How am I going to hoist my skinny ass up when I have lack of core strength? So I start
pull
doing
up.
this thing where I'm like trying to drag my feet along the walling sides. You know, just,
And you're just kind of dangling.
and I'm just like
presumably.
slipping on it. About this time, some form of hand grabs my arm and yanks my ass up. To which I find a shirtless, hairy, pot-bellied, very red in the face
Badger.
father figure. And right next to him is his beast of doom, Kiki.
I can see your mother.
Kiki, my cat. I had two cats. Kiki was the oldest one, so this little gray and white shit is sitting next to him like, Daddy, what'd you catch? Because he yanked my ass. I did not realize. I thought that man was broken. He yanked my ass right up.
One-handed, just like
Literally just.
And then he took a pause. He did the Kratos thing. Opened his mouth.
He dragged me over the railings like knees hitting the metal.
Insert Awarbore meme there, by the way.
And, he like plops me down and he went, so where'd you go?
Says in the kindest, sweetest
Literally.
voice.
I like, that man screams. So when he said that, I just assumed I'd already died. And God was granting me like this little mercy. I went to hell. So
The things you think when you're young,
he
right?
just went, so where'd you go? And I went to a party. Because you know, when you're 12 and you can't control yourself, you just immediately cry because it's the only reaction to fear you have.
Yeah.
And he went, how'd you get out of the house? I went down the window. He goes, I can see that. Because I'm covered in fucking rips.
Yeah, by this point, yeah.
And my jeans had like been shredded.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
And he went, how long did Mom ground you? Over the weekend. I'm gonna make it 3.
3 weekends or 3 weeks?
3 weekends.
Ah.